Hey YouTube geeks, welcome back. Today we have a very special knife review. This is my buddy Colin's knife, Everyday Carry. He is a local firefighter, retired firefighter and retired fire marshal here in the local area of New Hampshire, the Granite State. So he handed me this knife, said, hey, can you review this? I said, I sure will. You want everybody else to see it and check it out. He handed it to me and I was like, wow, this is a pretty knife. I mean, just look at it. It's gorgeous. This is the Sprint Pro marble carbon fiber. And just look at that handle. Look at the way the light is hitting it. It's just an awesome knife. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the specs. We'll go into the pros and cons a little bit later and tell you everything else about it. So the overall length on this knife is 7.5 inches. Blade length is 3.125 inches. The cutting edge is 3 inches even. Blade width is 0.875 inches. The blade thickness is 0.12 inches. The blade material is the S30V. Blade style, we got the clip point. Blade grind, it's hollow finish, satin, plain edge, and handle length is 4.375 inches. The handle width is 1.00 inches. Handle thickness is 0.52 inches. Handle material is that carbon fiber, which is very, very pretty. Color black. The frame liner is stainless steel. The weight on it is 3.4 inches. User on it is just right hand. And let's see, what else do we got on this? Pocket clip, it's tip up. Knife type, it's manual, and the opener is flipper. That's how you deploy it. Check this out. Very smooth, very smooth. And the lock type, it's the liner lock. And obviously this is a buck, USA made. And it's heat treated by, let's see, look at that. Boss. Very nice, very nice. So, I've been using it for the past couple days, not too much. It's not my knife, so I haven't really been going crazy with it. But I did want to give it a couple test runs, and I cut through some cardboard on it, and I believe he's sharpened this once since he's had it. He's had it for a couple months, I believe now. So it's very, very sharp. As you can tell, it's got a little bit of use on there. So, I mean, what do you expect? He uses the hell out of this every day. So, so from what I tested out of it, it's a very slick, very smooth knife. You can just check out that clip there. I like how that's all red on there, the red accents, very smooth. Haven't had any issues with the flipper on this. I know that I've had a couple knives that's, you know, the flipper it's either not enough jimping on it or too much jimping on it, and it gives me a little callus. But this one's actually pretty smooth. There's not a whole lot of jimping on it, but just the way they angled that flipper, it's you can see it's a little arc right there. Sorry, my hand's a little bit dirty today. Had a fun day at work. But anywho, one thing I did notice, and it's very unique, is the jimping on the back. It's not like a jimping you'd expect from you know, your ordinary knives. This is more of a swervy, so it does get a little slick. I noticed once, you know, it does grab your thumb if you need to really get on it, but it does slip a little bit. You know, it's not a huge deal breaker, but I do like the design on it. I mean, that's pretty cool. So let's see, the liner lock on it, not too shabby. It's actually a pretty good steel on this, pretty hard, and it's pretty centered up to that point right there, so it does pretty well. And just, man, when it opens, that click on it, that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, let's go over the pros and cons. Usually I'll cut some cardboard, test it out, but I'm going to tell you right now, it cuts just fine. I mean, you got that S30V steel, so the edge on it's going to hold real well. So I've cut a little bit of rope, paracord with it, definitely cardboard. I believe, yes, I cut up a couple plastic bottles on it, and it does just fine. There's no doubt about it. The handle on it, it's real nice. It's not too small, it's not too big. I mean, I got medium to large size hands, so it's right on point, really and truly. So, and it's a fairly light knife. I mean, it's 3.4 ounces, I'm sorry. But I mean, it's not the heaviest at all by far. This is a very good everyday carry. I have no problems carrying this. It would not be too heavy for me. I mean, I don't really, honestly, it's like the bug out. The bug out's super light. That's almost too light for me. I can't even tell it's there. This knife is actually right in the almost perfect range. I like to know I have a knife on me. That's just me. Everybody's got their own thing going on. So let's go ahead and go over the pros and cons on this. We'll start off with the pros. Obviously, I think the biggest pro on this is this handle. I mean, just that carbon fiber, it just looks awesome. I mean, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it on a camera, but that light, the way it's hitting it, it looks super sweet, right? So another thing I really like is the clip. I just like how the red stands out. I mean, maybe some people wouldn't like that, but I've thrown this in my pocket quite a few times in the past couple days, and I've had no issues with it. I mean, it's pretty smooth right here, you know, so it doesn't really seem to tear up my pants or my jeans. So very cool. I like it. Another pro I like is the design of the blade. It's just the blade style on it's considered, I guess, a clip point. So, you know, it's almost a drop point to me, but the jimping on it, the style of it, that's pretty cool. We'll go over the jimping here and the cons here in a second, because I do have kind of an issue with that, which I did kind of bring it up earlier. Any more pros I've got with this? Definitely the smoothness. I mean, that's nice. This is a very nice flipper knife. For all you guys flipper lovers out there, this is one to get for sure. No doubt about it. Bam, bam. Just listen to that click on there. Ooh, love it. Okay, so there's probably a few more pros I'm missing right off the bat, but that's pretty much it. I mean, the biggest one is just the looks of this knife. And it, you know, one pro I can definitely give you guys is it cuts very well, very well. The steel on this, the heat treat on it, there's no issues with it whatsoever. Okay, so let's go to the cons on this knife. I kind of wish I like liner locks, don't get me wrong. This liner lock works very well, but it'd be cool if they had a different type of lock on there. I don't know, that's not really a con, to be honest with you. That's just me nitpicking at this knife. I mean, it's hard to find cons with this knife, it really is, and I've thought about it. So, I mean, you can take that as a con if you want. It's more my opinion. So, another con, is the jimping. I wish there was just a little bit more jimping around the handle, on the blade. Even though I love the looks of this, it does seem a little too smooth for me. I wish it was just a little bit more rugged. So, it's just little things, right? I could not think of any other cons to this. It looks like the red's kind of worn off a little bit, but you're gonna get that, and it looks kind of cool, actually. I like how that red's worn out. So that's really it on that. Guys, tell me what you think. Throw in the comments if you have this knife, or tell me what you think of it. If you don't have it, if you're interested in getting it, you can probably find it on Blade HQ. You can find it on, I'm not sure if you can find it on Amazon or not, but I'm sure there's other websites out there, Knife Center, so on and so forth, you can find this on. So check it out. I think it's definitely worth getting. I would definitely recommend it if you want to spend $150 on a nice flipper knife. Yeah, totally. It is a great carry, very comfortable, and check it out. So again, shout out to Colin. Thanks for letting me borrow this knife and giving it a good review. And you guys have a good night. Bye.